Afternoon, students. Today we shall discuss about analysis of Class B amplifier. Till now we have read about Class A amplifier, Class B amplifier and Class C, Class D. Okay. We have read about classification of amplifiers, and in Class A amplifiers there are two types. We have read about that. Now analysis of Class B amplifier. For Class B operation, the quiescent operating point is located on the x-axis. We have read about where Q point is located. Okay, for Class A, Class B. Okay, for Class B, it is located on the x-axis. It is located on the x-axis. Due to that, collector current flows only for half cycle of off cycle for a full cycle of the input signal. For example, it will flow for only positive cycle. It don't does not flow for negative off cycle. That's why they will, for output signal it is distorted. So to get full cycle, they will use a pair of transistors. Okay, to get a full cycle, they will use two transistors across the load. A pair of transistors they will use to get the full cycle. Okay, that is called Class B operation. They will use pair of transistor in Class B operation to get a full cycle across the load. The two transistors conduct in alternate cycle of the input signal, and a full cycle across the load is obtained. Depending upon the types of the transistors, whether PNP or NPN, the two circuit configurations of Class B amplifier are possible. If we use both transistors are same type, for example NPN, and if we use different NPN 2 transistor, or it may be PNP 2 transistor, then the circuit is called push-pull circuit Class B or AF power amplifier. Okay, we call, if we use two transistors same type, okay, NPN 2 transistor or PNP 2 transistor, then we call push pull circuit Class B AF power amplifier. If we use different transistors, for example one is NPN and another is PNP, then we call that circuit is called complementary symmetry. Okay, that we call complementary symmetry. Class B AF power amplifier circuit. Let us analyze these two circuits of Class B amplifiers in detail. Push-pull Class B amplifier. Push-pull Class B amplifier circuit requires two transformers. One as input transformer. Input transformer we call as driver transformer, and another we connect to the load, that we call as output transformer. One is input transformer, that is driver transformer, and another connected to the load, that we call as output transformer. Both transformers are center tapped. Okay, both the transformers are center tapped. That means like this. Okay, it is center tapped. Here it is connected for half. Okay, in the middle if we connect for any connection, that we call as center tapped. Okay, this is the input transformer, that is driver transformer, push pull circuit, output transformer. Okay, push pull Class B amplifier circuit. Okay, this whole thing is circuit is push pull Class B amplifier circuit. First input and driver transformer, and next two transistor, next output transformer and load. Okay, in the circuit both Q1 and Q2 transistors are NPN type. I already said we can use NPN, two transistors NPN, or we can use two transistor PNP. Okay, the circuit can use both Q1 and Q2 of PNP also. Okay, the input signal is applied to the primary of the driver transformer. The center tap on the secondary of the driver transformer is grounded. You can observe here the input signal is applied to the primary transformer. This is the primary, okay. This is the primary transformer. This is the secondary transformer is connected to here center tapped. Secondary transformer is center tapped for grounded. Okay, center tap on the primary of the output transformer is connected to the supply voltage plus VCC. You can see here primary transformer of the output transformer is connected for plus VCC. You can observe here it is center tapped. Okay, it is connected for plus VCC. Next, operation of that circuit. For positive off cycle of input A is positive. Okay, A is positive and B is negative. A is positive and B is negative. Due to this, Q1 gets driven into active region while Q2 is cut off. Thus, IB1 flows while IB2 is equal to 0. Okay, only Q1 will operator. Okay, Q1 will get driven into active region, Q2 will be cut off. Okay, Q2 is in cut off region because IB1 flows while IB2 is 0. Okay, hence IC1 flows through the upper part of primary of the output transformer while IC2 is equal to 0. They are saying that when IC1 flows through the upper part of the primary of the output transformer, at that situation IC2 is equal to 0. Thus, positive off cycle is produced across the load. Okay. For negative off cycle, for positive off cycle, Q1 will conduct, IB1 will flow, and IC1 will flow. But for Q2, for negative off cycle, Q2 will conduct. For the negative off cycle of the input, B is positive, A is negative. Due to this, Q2 gets driven into active region while Q1 is in cut off region. Okay. In this case, IB2 flows while IB1 is equal to 0. Hence, IC2 flows through lower part of secondary of the output transformer while IC1 is equal to 0. Thus, negative off cycle is produced across the load. But in output side, we get positive cycle and negative off cycle because here positive off cycle is produced, here negative off cycle is produced. Totally, we get total waveform. Okay. This is the input waveform. Okay, so IB1 for positive off cycle it will flow. This is for positive off cycle it will conduct. Okay, this will be conducting in during negative off cycle. So during negative off cycle, IB2 will be there, same as it is. For when Q1 conduct, IB1 flows, IC1 flows. Okay, for positive off cycle. Okay, for positive off cycle. For negative off cycle, IB2 flows and IC2. Okay, what about output current? Output current, you'll get the sine wave. Okay, DC power input, IDC is equal to IM divided by pi plus IM divided by pi equal to 2IM divided by pi. PDC is equal to VCC into IDC is equal to what is the IDC value? 2IM divided by pi into VCC. AC power output, VRMS is equal to VM divided by square root of 2. What about IRMS? IM divided by square root of 2. PAC is equal to, usually we will write P is equal to V into I, or we will write I square R, or we will write V square divided by R. That is what here PAC is equal to VRMS into IRMS, or IRMS squared into RL dash, or VRMS square divided by RL dash. PAC is equal to VM into IM divided by square root of 2 into square root of 2. Square root of 2 into square root of 2, you will get 2. Okay, IM square into RL dash divided by 2 is equal to VM square divided by 2 RL dash. Efficiency, output divided by input. Output is AC, input is DC. PAC divided by PDC into 100 is equal to, what about PAC? PAC VM IM divided by 2 whole divided by PDC 2 pi VCC into IM into 100. Percentage of efficiency is equal to pi divided by 4 into VM divided by VCC into 100. Okay, here IM get cancelled. Maximum efficiency, when you will get maximum efficiency, when VM is equal to VCC for maximum efficiency. When you substitute instead of VM as VCC, then VCC get cancelled, you will get pi by 4. Okay. So efficiency value is 78.5%. Okay. Power dissipation PD is equal to PDC minus PAC is equal to, what is the value of PDC? 2 by pi VCC into IM. What about PAC? VM into IM divided by 2. If we take LCM or if you solve that one, you will get 2 by pi VCC VM divided by RL dash. Okay, minus VM square divided by 2 RL dash. IM, they have replaced the IM. Okay, instead of IM they have substituted VM divided by RL dash. Okay, next complementary symmetric class B amplifier. I already said in complementary symmetric class B amplifier they use different transistors. Okay, NPN and PNP. Okay, in complementary symmetric class B amplifier, one is NPN and another is PNP transistor. Okay, this is the circuit for this input, and they are using two capacitor Q1, Q2 and plus VCC and one load. Okay, for positive cycle operation. Okay, for positive off cycle, what happens? You will get positive Q1 will conduct. Okay, Q1 will conduct, so you will get positive cycle. For negative off cycle, you'll this one Q2 will conduct, you'll receive the in output side, you'll get negative off cycle. So for our total overall output, you'll get sine wave. Okay, for positive off cycle, Q1 will operate, and negative off cycle Q2 will operate. Okay, you can observe here Q1 is on, Q2 is off, Q1 is off, Q2 is on, but we get full cycle. Okay, the circuit is driven from a dual supply of plus or minus VCC. You can observe here dual supply plus VCC and minus VCC. The transistor Q1 is NPN. The transistor Q1 is NPN. Q2 is PNP type. During positive off cycle of the input signal, the transistor Q1 will be biased into conduction, resulting in a off cycle signal across the load. You can observe here for positive off cycle, it will conduct, Q1 will conduct, and you will get the output side, you will get positive cycle. And during negative off cycle, Q2 will conduct, you will receive the output side negative off cycle. Okay. Mathematical analysis, all the results derived for push-pull transformer coupled class B amplifier are applicable to the complementary class B amplifier. Same, okay, what we have derived for push-pull transformer coupled class B amplifier, same for complementary class B amplifier. Okay, the only change is that the output transformer is not present, hence in the expression RL value must be used as it is. Okay, instead of RL dash. What about advantages? As the circuit is transformerless, okay, we are not using here transformer here in this circuit complementary. Its weight, size and cost are less. Due to common collector configuration, impedance matching is possible. The frequency response improves due to transformer-less class B amplifier circuit. What about disadvantage? The circuit needs two separate voltage supplies because we are using here plus VCC and minus VCC. Okay, the output is distorted to crossover distortion. Push-pull Class B amplifier advantages is the efficiency is much higher than Class A amplifier. When there is no input signal, the power dissipation is zero. Ripples present in supply also get eliminated. Due to the transformer, impedance matching is possible. The even harmonics get cancelled. This reduces harmonics distortion. What about disadvantage? Two center tap transformer are necessary. The transformer make the circuit bulky and hence costlier. And also frequency response is poor. Next we shall go for the problems. Okay. First, calculate the peak power dissipation in each transistor and the maximum power output in a Class B push-pull amplifier. If VCC is equal to 10 and RL dash is equal to 4 ohm, we need to find out calculate the peak power dissipation. Before finding that, we need to find out, they have given that VCC is 10, RL dash is 4 ohm. Okay, PAC maximum is 1 divided by 2 VCC square divided by RL dash. 1 divided by 2 VCC they have given 10, RL dash they have given 4. So you will get PAC maximum 12.5 watt. Why we need maximum? VM is for maximum power dissipation. VM is equal to 2 divided by pi into VCC. We know the value of VCC is 10. Okay. Substitute, you'll get 6.36619 voltage. RL dash is equal to VM divided by IM. IM is equal to VM divided by RL dash. We know the value of VM is 6.36619. Substitute RL dash value is 4. You'll get IM value 1.5915 amps. What about IDC? IDC is equal to 2 into IM divided by pi. IM value we got 1.5915. So substitute, you will get IDC value 1.01321 amps. What about PDC? PDC is equal to VCC into IDC. VCC value is 10 and IDC value is 1.01321. After substituting, you will get 10.1321 watt. PAC is equal to VM into IM divided by 2. Okay, we know the value of VM and IM. Substitute, you'll get 5.0658 watt. Okay, PD maximum is equal to PDC minus PAC. PDC value is 10.1321 watt and PAC value is 5.0658. So if you solve that one, you'll get 5.066 watt. Okay, but what we want PD maximum per transistor. They have asked that calculate the peak power dissipation in each transistor. Okay. So PD maximum divided by 2, you will get 2.5 V3 watt. Next problem, a Class B push-pull amplifier operating with VCC is equal to 25 provides a 22 peak signal to a 8 ohm load. Find peak load current, DC current drawn from the input power, output power, circuit efficiency, power dissipation. We need to find out input power, output power, circuit efficiency and power dissipation. Okay, what they have given, VCC is equal to 25 they have given and VM peak they have given 22 and RL is equal to 8 ohm. Okay, IM is equal to VM divided by RL. VM value is 22 and RL value is 8. You will get 2.75 amps. IDC is equal to 2 into IM divided by pi. IM value is 2.75. Substitute, you will get 1.7507 amps. Next, PDC. PDC is equal to what? VCC into IDC. We know the value of VCC 25. IDC what we got 1.7507. So substitute you will get 43.7675 watt. Okay. Next, we want PAC. Why we want PDC and PAC? To find out the efficiency. Okay, they have said that to find out input and output. Okay, what about output? Output is PAC, input is PDC. Okay, PAC is equal to VM into IM divided by 2. What about VM value? VM value they have given in question only, that is 22 volt. What about IM? IM 2.75 we got. So substitute, you'll get 30.25 watt. Okay. Now we know the value of output and input. Substitute, you get the efficiency. You'll get 69.115%. Okay. Next, they have asked power dissipation. Okay. Power dissipation formula is PD is equal to PDC minus PAC. So PDC value is 43.7675 and PAC value is 30.25. You'll get 13.5175 watt. Next problem, the conversion efficiency of class B push-pull amplifier is being determined experimentally and output meter in the secondary of the output transformer index 5 watts. Okay, 5 watts. The output transformer is known to 70% efficient and oscilloscope connected across a 0.6 ohm resistor in series with the power supply shows a full wave rectified waveform of peak value 380 meter and VCC they have given 24. They have asked to find out the conversion efficiency of the amplifier. So percentage of efficiency is equal to PAC secondary divided by PAC primary into 100. PAC primary is equal to what we got, 5 watt divided by 70. They have asked, they have said that output transformer is known to 70% efficient. So 5 divided by 70 into 100, you will get 7.1428 watt PAC primary. VM is equal to, they have given 380 millivolt. IM is equal to 380 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by 0.6, that is resistance. Okay, you will get 0.633 amps. IDC is equal to 2 into IM divided by pi. Same, if you substitute, you will get 0.4031 amps. Next, to find out PDC, we know the value of VCC. VCC value is 24 and IDC value is 0.4031. Substitute, you will get 9.6765 watt. Okay, percentage of efficiency is equal to PAC divided by PDC. What about PAC? PAC we got that 7.1428. Okay, that you need to substitute, and PDC value is 9.6765. Substitute, you will get 73.81%. Next problem is for a class B amplifier with VCC is equal to 25 driving an 8 ohm load. Okay, determine DC power, maximum output power, maximum circuit efficiency. They were asked to find out PDC, PAC maximum and efficiency. Okay, PCC they have given 25. RL is equal to 8 ohm. PAC maximum, VM is equal to VCC is equal to 25. IM is equal to VM divided by RL. VM value is 25 and RL value is 8. So 3.125 amps. PDC formula is VCC into IDC. Substitute, you will get 49.7359. We don't know the value of IDC. Okay, IDC is equal to 2 into IM divided by pi. Okay, PAC maximum is equal to 1 divided by 2 VCC square divided by RL dash. We know the value of VCC and RL. Substitute, you will get 39.0625 watt. Percentage of efficiency PAC maximum divided by PDC into 100. PAC maximum we got 39.0625 watt divided by PDC we got 49.7359 into 100. You will get 78.5%. Next problem, a class B amplifier using a supply of VCC is equal to 30 volt and driving a load of 16 ohm. Determine the maximum power, output power and transistor dissipation. You know the formulas So you need to substitute. Okay, this problem you need to take as assignment. Okay. Next, they in same problem. Okay, they have asked input power, output circuit, efficiency, and power dissipation. Okay, same problem. Next, we shall go for a complementary. Next problem, a complementary symmetry push-pull amplifier is operated using VCC is equal to 10, plus or minus 10 volts. Deliver power to a load RL is equal to 5 ohm. Calculate maximum power output, power rating of a transistor, DC input at maximum power output. They have asked that PAC maximum and PD maximum. Okay. Next, PAC maximum. First, PAC maximum 1 divided by 2 VCC square divided by RL. VCC 10, RL 5, so 10 watt. Next, VM is equal to 2 into VCC divided by pi. You will get 6.3662 voltage. RL is equal to VM divided by IM. IM is equal to, we don't know the value of IM, so find out IM from this equation. You will get 1.2732 amps. VDC is equal to VCC into IDC. VCC into 2 into IM divided by pi. You will get 8.1056 watt. PAC is equal to VM into IM divided by 2. You will get 4.052 watt. Okay. PD maximum is equal to PDC minus PAC, power dissipation. Okay, you'll get 4.0528 watt. Okay, PDC value is 8.1056 and PAC is 4.052 watt. You'll get output 4. PD maximum, power dissipation maximum 4.0528 watt. For each transistor means you will get 2.026 watt. Okay. PAC maximum VM is equal to VCC is equal to 10. IM is equal to VM divided by RL is equal to 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2 amps. PDC is equal to VCC into 2 into IM divided by pi, 12.7323 watt. Okay. This is PAC maximum because when you consider this is PDC by using different formulas. Okay, PAC maximum we got 10 volts, 10 watts. Okay, DC input at maximum power output. Okay, DC input by using maximum power output. VCC we have used here 10. 2 into IM. We have used 2 amps here. Before that we have used VM divided by RL formula. Okay, but now VM divided by RL, but here VM value is different. Okay, here we have considered VM as 10, but here in this case we have considered VM as 6.362 volts. Okay, this is for maximum. Next, to calculate the efficiency of a class B amplifier for a supply voltage of VCC is equal to 24 with peak output voltage of, they have given VL peak 22, VL peak for 6 volts. Okay, they have given for two cases. First case is percentage 22 volts. Percentage of efficiency is equal to 78.54 is standard. Okay, VL peak means VL peak they have given 22. VCC they have given 24. Substitute you will get 72%. Next for second case, percentage 78.54, 6 volts divided by 24. You will get 19.6%. Okay. This is a standard formula. Okay.